Yeah, I'm an adult. Sorry, I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Me. I'm the one who puts out the content that's entertaining.
DSP Cries it.
Hello, and welcome to James, the Let's Express Lane, where we get you in and out as fast as possible with I've never said casual players like me, me. And can you link a moment I said something like it? We have Pig Go, so yes we can. But first, Go's never a casual player. Just when he struggles with a game that does have messed up. Not his fault, dude. Go would claim that any clip would be in the heat of the moment or an act. But let's watch this video first.
Okay, so someone tipped $2 and has a big question. Let's see what they have to say. A question I'd actually like your insight on. Do you not think it's hypocritical that in the past, when it comes to other competitive multiplayer games like FPSs, sports games, racing games, Smash Brothers, you said on record they should be more accessible and casualized so casual players like you can understand them? Like me. I never said like me. I don't know what you're talking about.
I never said it like me. Casual player like me. Yeah, I went to Pig.go and found this immediately. The second it's like, oh, pigpiggo.net. .re no longer works. .net is the one you have to go to. I have to have a link to it down below for you guys so you can use it yourself. Yes, casual player like me. I never said like me, guys. Never said like me. And there was like 61 instances of him saying casual player. So yeah, he said it multiple times. Alright, back to this.
And play them because you kept losing the hardcore players. This may have been older DSP saying it instead in the moment during matches. You've been on record saying essentially the opposite to what you're saying now, unless your opinion changed, because it seems like the rules for one but not the other in terms of competitive online and accessibility ease when it comes to. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. If you could reference direct moments, maybe there were things that I said in the heat, or it was me doing the character if I'm playing an online game and I'm just complaining nonstop, which I've done a million times in my set.
Guys, Darkseid Phil's a character that's lost every single friend, and a fiance, and his family, and every job he's ever had, and got ran out of the FGC for being a dumbass. But it's just a character, guys, I swear.
17, 18 years as a creator, because that's the shtick. Overall, if there is an execution challenge to a competitive game, it makes sense. If every game was super easy to play on the surface level, right, then everyone would be able to jump in, the market would be flooded, and the competitive nature of the game would be dumbed down. I think every game actually sees this happening. Did you know that right now in League of
Did you guys know that I'm about to pull this out of my ass?
Legends, this is happening? Apparently in League of Legends, there's this big debate where they're going to change the
Mind you, he doesn't play League of Legends, so what the fuck is he talking about?
way the game can be controlled. And I think what they're saying, I mean, I could be completely wrong here, but I think they're saying that the whole AWSD button on the keyboard could now be a way to control the game. And they don't like that. They don't want it to be like that. They always wanted it to be like micromanaged with the mouse, but now you can do it just with the keyboard, AWSD. And they're like, what if they start actually releasing characters that are based just on playing with keyboard rather than the mouse? And this could change the whole game, and they don't like that. So it's kind of the debate, the same thing in the FGC of they've dumbed down the controls, all the combos.
They've dumbed down controls so much, you still can't get off combos. Good to know.
And everything are too easy. There's no motion inputs. It's kind of the same argument. So, but I don't know what you're talking about. You know, you can't say something very generalized like that. I don't know. I have no idea what you're referencing. So,
Of course, with his gin brain, he doesn't remember. Gin's a hell of a drug.
I can't really respond intelligently because I don't know a situation you're talking about
You can't respond intelligently because you're a moron.
specifically. Okay? But very well, it could just be me giving my usual bluster online and just talking shit for content.
Guys, when I'm an asshole and you take those cuts of me being an asshole, it's just a character. No, just because I said, alright guys, 100% being real here, fuck you, give me money, that is a character. I wasn't being 100% real. He is trying to change his image. This leads credence to the Keem coaching conspiracy. That Keem's like, dude, every time you're an asshole, it makes you look bad. Try to claim that's a character. Claim it's a character, maybe, just maybe, someone will believe it. The next time you go viral on TikTok and get millions of views on TikTok and stuff, it won't make it look so bad because people will see a clip of you saying, guys, that's just a character. Which, let's say you're brand new. You're on Twitter, you're on TikTok, and you just come across a clip of him being an asshole in Zelda or Mario Kart or something and go, huh, that's kind of fucked up. And then you see a clip of him saying, guys, that's a character. Don't you get it? Like, all right, yeah, that makes sense. A lot of people online, yeah, they're playing a character. That's not really who they are. And then you look them up on YouTube, and all of a sudden you get 17 years of, hey, here he is telling people to go die in a fire. Here he is telling people to put a gun in their mouth. Here he is telling people to go rope. Here he is telling people to fuck off and die. Huh. He's been playing this character for 17 years? Really? With millions of views talking about him? Probably not. DSP, I get it. You want to try and change your image. Is it because Keem's telling you to? Is it because someone in your dented sphere is like, hey, DSP, my mommy saw me watching you, screaming that you wanted everyone who makes fun of you to die in a fire. My mommy says I can't watch you doing that, so I told her it's just a character. So can you say it's just a character so I can show that video clip to my mommy? Although to me, that's a case of very too little, very too late. But hey, if it gets him one more viewer, one more dent, one more pay pig, one more dolphin, one more whale, I guess it'll be successful for him. Alright, I swear I was done with the video. Even didn't know, hey, like, subscribe and all that. And then like, oh hey, he posted an 11-minute daily rap. Remember guys, this is just a character, guys. Guys, when he's crying and begging and being an asshole, it's just a character, guys. It's just a character. Well, here's 11 minutes of that character.
For what was Sunday, the 22nd
At 1.5 speed, because it's 11 fucking minutes.
of June 2025, my return day to a full 6-day week of streaming. So how'd today go? What happened? What went down? Did everyone have fun? I would say yes. Put the wrong animations on there. I would say yes. Let's talk. I think it was a pretty good day overall. Good variety of content and fun to be had. First off, we started with a level 1 podcast with various topics. First off, discuss the games, the status that we are at in each playthrough, rotating around right now. Looks like this week we're going to be wrapping up multiple games and starting up a new one, if not maybe more by the end of this week or early next week. And we jumped into an interesting discussion. Old versus new, the OGs versus the new guard, the fighting game community right now. Because right now, there's
Remember guys, this is just a character.
a lot of discussion that the modern games in the fighting game community, number one, are too easy to play, and that the people who are at the top basically couldn't play harder games at a top level. And the OGs are salty. They don't like modern games, but a lot of people are saying, the OGs just fell off. That's why they don't like the modern games. The modern players are better.
Mind you, he's the only so-called OG that seems to have fallen off. Justin Wong still goes out there and plays without crying and bitching and screaming, it's dropping my AirPods, it's dropping my AirPods, I was blocking! It's amazing Diego can still go out there and play. It's amazing every other OG can still go out there and play Street Fighter 6 and all that and have fun. Only DSP is the one screaming and slamming his controllers and then, guys, I don't get it. It's dropping my inputs after I slammed it on the ground. I don't get it. Why would that happen?
Modern players better, are modern games better? We had a big discussion about it. We actually watched a video from Button Check on YouTube and responded to it. It was a good segment. I think that it was a pretty good one. Every once in a while, I like to dip my toes back into that pond or lake of the fighting game community, even though I don't consider myself a part of that community anymore. I do think that it's worthwhile to time discuss such topics. You know, a lot of people wondering, why haven't I played Street Fighter 6 lately? Well, this directly tied into that, okay? So, after that, we jumped back into Onimusha 2 Remastered. Good news is, massive progress, some good fun to be had, and we're almost done with the game. For what I don't understand, one more session, we will absolutely be done. I'm basically entering kind of the last area, and yes, this next stream coming up later on this week will be the conclusion of the playthrough. Again, no real complaints, had a good time, solid gameplay elements.
No real complaints, guys, except for money. But guys, no real complaints, except for money.
You know, leveling up, and it's weird because I've been saying to everyone, I don't know where the guy is. The first guy you met, the fat guy who, like, drinks a lot and wants food, we haven't seen him in ages, and people were like, yeah, I guess the way the game works is early on, whoever you gave more items to or helped, they become the person who's part of the story. And so I guess if I had given more items to this guy, he would have been part of the story. Right now, the main story, it's this Oya woman, who I guess
Which he hates because she's a woman.
Has been the main focus of the story for me, even though I swear I gave a lot of items to the sniper. I gave him a ton of books, and I swear I gave a ton of items to these people, but for whatever reason, they haven't been around. So I don't know. Maybe the phases of the game are based on who you focus on the most. I don't know. But yeah, we're heading to the end, and it's been great. Now, I'll be honest. Onimusha 2 HD has not done nearly as well as Onimusha 1 did.
Here it is, guys. Remember, just a character where he's crying and begging for money.
Onimusha 1 had more engagement and more support. I don't know why Onimusha 2 hasn't had it. Maybe it's because I just played 2 Onimusha games within 6 months and people are like, it's too much of the same. I don't know. I like the game personally. I've been saying I think that Onimusha 1 might have actually been better. And the reason I say that, because everything felt fresh and new. In Onimusha 2, there's a lot of backtracking, a lot of reused areas. And let's be honest, it reuses the locations for Onimusha 1, which is kind of weird. And come to find out, I asked everyone in the chat today, I was like, did they rush this game? This game come out like really fast, and people were like, oh yeah, this game came out 15 months after Onimusha 1. It literally was a rushed title because 1 did so well, they wanted to make a follow-up sequel right away. That's why so many assets are reused. And I was like,
Way to save on the budget. It's kind of like when people complaining, guys, God of War Ragnarok uses the same getting to the boat as God of War. Like, well, yeah, if the animation works, why would you change it? And since you're not changing it, you can spend more time, money, and resources on changing something else, or making something better, or adding more to the story. You don't have to change everything up just because it's a sequel.
that makes a lot of sense. Okay. So anyway, I'm really liking the game. I am. But by the end of the stream, we had done over $100 of support, but we didn't hit the goal. So we were still at 27
So yes, over $100, but it wasn't good enough because it wasn't the goal.
out of 30 goals hit. And I was like, well, you know, we were looking to be on pace to maybe do DSP Tries at the Takis menu from Wendy's on Tuesday, but that would have mean that we had to hit the goal every stream. And now we didn't hit one, so now we faltered. What's going to happen, right? So the late stream tonight was American Truck Simulator. As you can see, here I am with the wheel peripheral. I can tell you this. I love this wheel. Controls-wise, I think this wheel is a little bit better for Truck Sim because I can actually use the stick shift here to go forward or reverse. Right now, for the Taxi Life game, that's not the case. For Taxi Life, this shift doesn't even do anything. I don't know if there's a way to enable it. We tried, and I couldn't figure it out. It seems like for Taxi Life, if you want to drive the car automatic, it's forward with gas and reverse with the brake button, or brake pedal, excuse me, which is kind of weird, but it just seems like that's how they did it in that game. In Truck Sim, you can manually map everything, so I've been using the stick shift, and I actually really like it. But I've noticed that the force feedback of the wheel isn't as good in Truck Sim as it is in Taxi Life. In Taxi Life, there's a little bit more resistance, and it feels more like real power steering on a car that you're driving. Here, it's a little bit looser in Truck Sim, okay? Anyway, we had a good time. Today, we decided, instead of doing the same Oregon and Washington driving, we would instead go to Nevada. So we actually did one. We started and drove to Las Vegas, and it was cool.
Guys, there's the casino where I hid from everyone else during Evo. Everyone else was having a good time and partying and hanging out with each other while I hid in my room, guys. That's not a joke. He actually did that during the FGC days. He would hide in his room when everyone else was going out to bars and clubs and hanging out and having a good time. It's like, yeah, we'd be competing against each other during the tournament. So I was like, all right, well, you beat me. I guess I'll owe you a drink. Let's go to the bar. All right, well, hey, I beat you. You owe me a lap dance. Let's go to the strip clubs and pay for my first lap dance. That's what the rest of the FGC was doing. FGC was having a good time. It was a giant fucking party. Except for DSP. Would show up, play, and then waddle back up to his room and hide.
Cool, because we saw, the big Space Needle and the Ferris wheel out in the distance and stuff like that. Then we went from Vegas we went to Arizona. And if I remember, from Arizona, we went to northern Arizona to where it would have been like Niagara Falls. So we drove different places. It was a lot of desert.
Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is in Buffalo, New York. It shares a border with Canada. Arizona does not share a border with Canada.
Arid climate stuff today. Okay, it was just a lot of talk. We actually talked a lot about Las Vegas. We talked about my days in the FTC playing at Evo old school. It was a lot of cool discussion, a lot of fun.
And he bitched about how Justin Wong was better than him.
Chill vibes and a lot of open discussion tonight. That was very entertaining, I feel. And we got a lot of support. Over $200 of support tonight for Truck Sim.
So the $100 you got on the day stream would make it over $300. That'd be 2 goals, right? Right?
It's a winner. It really is. Truck Sim has been a consistently well-supported game since I started playing it. I really think people think this is the game where they want to come by and watch me drive while I'm drinking some White Claws, but also they want to support it because they get to talk with me. They get to get direct answers to questions and have fun, open conversation. I've been loving the Truck Sim streams, okay? Now, next time around for Truck Sim next week, what we're going to do is buy some DLCs. Apparently, there is a sale coming up. The Steam Summer Sale starts in a few days, and I'm going to try to get some of the DLCs for Truck Sim at a big discount. I heard that there's like a big Southwestern U.S. pack that has like Texas and other states that's a discounted rate, and if I can get that on the cheap, plus I want to get some customizations. I think there's like customizations for the truck.
$200 won't get the DLC unless it's 70% off. Good to know.
Special cargos and things you can buy. So I'm going to see what they have. During the Steam sale, maybe we can get a few of these DLCs and save a lot of money. So when we play again next week, we'll have new things we're doing. Okay? I think that'll be pretty neat. But anyway, overall today, between the two streams, we exceeded what it would have been if we hit 1 goal per stream, but we only hit the goal on 1 stream. I wish that we could somehow have it more even so that because if we hit 2 goals, we would have been like, oh, we're in.
You could carry it over. He's actually done it a couple times. When he's absolutely fucking desperate, he will carry over money from the day stream to the night stream and so forth. But for some reason, he won't do it this time. God, what a face. I just want to punch you right in the fucking face.
In position tomorrow for DSP Tries It. But as it is, we're at 28 out of 30 goals. All right? So let's talk about tomorrow, Monday. First off, tomorrow, we are going to be doing a level 1 podcast, but I don't really have any scheduled topics. I'm going to check. If there's news, if there's stuff to cover, we'll talk about it on the morning stream. If not, then it's going to be a more abridged show where we'll have Q&A, and really the show will just run as long as you guys want, depending on where it takes us, okay? The gameplay session of that first stream is Blueprints. Now, Blueprints, at this point, we are definitely in endgame state. We've been playing over 60 hours over the last 2 to 3 months. We're ready to finish this thing. How do you beat the game? We have to complete the chess puzzle one more time. We have to draft the throne room. We have to get the crown out of room 46. And
So yes, he's been using a guide for it. Good to know.
take that plus the stuff that you get after you do the chess puzzle a second time and take it all to the throne room in one go. Oh, man. That could be a challenging thing. You know how the game is RNG. We don't even know if we'll get the throne room. We don't know if we'll be able to go to room 46. It all depends on luck. We could have an insanely lucky run tomorrow and actually beat the game. Or we could get nowhere, right? We don't know what's going to happen here. So, dependent directly on how things go tomorrow, this will help determine if we're going to be able to actually do it or not. Now, if you guys show up and you engage and you support this stream of the podcast and Blueprints, and we hit 2 goals, we can do DSP Tries It, the Takis menu from Wendy's tomorrow. I would love to do that. People have been asking me since Friday, when am I doing it? People are trying it. People want your opinion on it because some people like it, some people don't. I want to try it. I'm dying. We got to hit it. All right, let's hit it tomorrow. Let's hit 2 goals on that first stream, and let's get
You'd only be 1 goal away if you carried over the day stream, jackass.
it done. And you might say, that's ridiculous. It's Blueprints. Well, guess what? We literally did it last week. If you remember, last week when I played Blueprints, we hit 2 goals, and we ended up doing the DSP Tries It on that day. So it's possible. It's a stretch. It's hard. It's a big ask. But we might do it. If we don't do it, it's not the end of the world. As long as we hit 2 goals between then and Tuesday, then we'll do it on Tuesday instead. So let's see how it goes tomorrow. Tomorrow night on the late stream, it is Minecraft Chill, and I've committed that this week we are actually going to jump on my horse, Mighty Steed, and we're going to ride him north and explore. We're going to see in the open world how are things going. Can we find anything cool? Maybe there's another village. Maybe there's more resources, more unique flora or fauna. Maybe we can get a cat. Who knows, right? We're going to see what we can get, and we're going to try to recruit as much as we can, and we're going to try to have a nice chill time in Minecraft tomorrow night, all right? So, a great streaming day coming tomorrow. Thank you all for a great, well-supported overall day today, and I'll see you all in the morning for another chill day. Thank you all.
So yes, DSP, if you'd carried over the day stream through the night stream, you would have had over $300, which would be 2 goals. But nope. And it's amazing because, again, he's done in the past where he has carried over. And other times be like, alright guys, we're at $299, just one more dollar. Come on guys, one more dollar. Oh, we didn't get that one more dollar, so I guess we only hit 1 goal. Alright guys, here on the night stream, we're starting off at 0. Wow, we just got $299. We got 1 more goal again, guys. Just 1 more dollar, get another goal. Nope, won't carry over. The other times when he's desperate, oh, he'll definitely carry that shit over. Guys, we finished the day stream at $47, so we're going to start the night stream at $47. We only got $103 to go, guys. Let's go. Alright, now I'll call it a video. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.